Alright, good morning people at YouTube. So we are back again today with one of the most fun decks I've built in the Bt8 format, and arguably one of the most competitive decks that I've built. So this deck has gone toe-to-toe with X-Antibody, it's gone toe-to-toe with Armor Rush, it's gone toe-to-toe with Jesmon, it's gone toe-to-toe with a lot, and it's come out on top pretty much every time. Rapidmon is absolutely absurd, and whenever we go into the Big Bunny Beatdown, Rapid Rush, Terrier Turbo, Bunny Beat, whatever you want to call this deck is a lot of fun and just takes your opponent's security super quickly, and then it forces them into a position where they want to establish a board state and kind of get you on the crackback, and that's when you evolve into Rapidmon and just go, hey, say goodbye to your board. Plus, let's say your opponent has a big card like Oriumon or Black or Greymon in play. And you evolve into Rapidmon, give your opponent's board minus 5,000. You make your opponent's Black or Greymon a 8,000 Digimon because you give it minus 5. You suspend it off the Rapidmon, and then you evolve this little guy into Climbmon after you swing with it. And now, Climbmon's effect activates and says whenever this Digimon is suspended, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon's DP to its owner's hand. So this Digimon's DP is 8,000. Black or Greymon's DP will now be 8,000. You get to bounce their level 6 and simultaneously clear 2 of their smaller bodies. So this deck is super competitive. It provides a level of control that hasn't really existed before, and I'm very, very excited to get into it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you like this sort of Digimon content, and we will go ahead and get into the deck profile. So I got 4 copies of Argomon as my eggs, and 1 copy of Pinamon. So you will see all 5 of these eggs pretty much every single time, unless your opponent just bricks and you just OTK them very, very early. Pinamon lets you draw cards, and Argomon is really, really cool for extending your plays. It's really easy to get multiple of these under Chimeramon and then just start gaining 2 memory every time Chimeramon unsuspends. But also, if you have this under a Rapidmon, and Rapidmon swings at security, even if it dies, you can Armor Purge it down to the Terrier, and then if they don't deal with the Terrier, then you unsuspend and gain the memory. So, you're just basically more likely to get Argomon's effect off in this deck than any other green deck in the past, except for the 1.5 format when we were playing Ceresmon Control. But those days are long and gone, and now we have the Big Bunny Beat. So these are the eggs, and I need some more testing with it to see if I want to play any of the DP buffs, but right now I haven't really needed any, and these have been doing really well for me. So going on to the rookies, we are playing a lot of them. I have 4 copies of Terriermon from BT3, the one that blocks memory gain. I have 4 copies of the Bt8 Terriermon. This card lets you search Rapidmon, which is pivotal. Rapidmon is what's winning you the game most of the time, and that's really nice. We got 4 copies of Terriermon Assistant. So this card cannot evolve into Rapidmon for 3. It can still evolve into it for 4, but you're using your eggs so much and promoting so many eggs because you have Willis and because you have Mimi, that this Digiburst effect is super essential. Being able to basically draw an extra card is just nuts. So I absolutely love the Terriermon Assistant in this list. I'm only playing 1 Tentomon. You can see that I value Terriermon Assistant more over Tentomon, but it's the same effect, just on play. We will be playing a lot of rookies, and sometimes we need to set our opponent to 3, and we go down to 0, so this is a fine one to play in situations like that, and memory management and such, yada yada. But it adds you cards, and adding cards is never bad. I think the better searcher for this list is 4 copies of Betamon. So Betamon, whenever you play it, lets you reveal the top 3 and grab a Tamer or a level 4. which can get your Rapidmon, or the combo pieces you need to make Rapidmon trigger. So, a lot of times you will be trying to dig for Tamers or Rapid, and Betamon will help you hit both. So, I value this card over Tento more. Plus, Betamon sees 3 cards, and Tentomon only sees 1. So, I really like the Frog. The Frog is good, and people should play the Frog. And then closing out the rookie count for the list, I got 3 2-cost vanillas, the 2-cost 3000s, and then I have 2 of the 2-cost 5000s, the 2 to evolve over. Specifically, 1 Lylemon and 1 Arururururumon. So these cards are really cool for swinging security pretty early. And also, it makes your opponent think twice about swinging their armors over them, because most of their armors are hitting 5,000 power. So these are nice. You know, if you're hard playing rookies for 2 memory, you might as well get some extra power out of it. But since we are evolving so many rookies in the raising area, I don't want to play more than 2 of the rookies that actually cost something to evolve. And these rookies are kind of there to balance that out. So we have 5 2-cost rookies that we can just slam from our hand for really cheap, making our rookie count in this lineup really high. Right now I'm playing 1 of every 2-cost green vanilla rookie that exists, so I got 5 there. 6, 10, 14, 18, 22 rookies in this list so far. And that's really nice. You know, you're always opening a rookie in this list. Going into the level 4s, I got 4 copies of Rapidmon. Only have 3 right now, but whenever the set drops, I'll get my 4th one. This card is the main combo piece of the deck and is what is winning you most of your games. It's providing you your aggression by letting you swing safely, being an armor Digimon, and it is also providing you board control by just being friggin' nuts. We have 1 copy of Gargomon. This card is another card that you can grab off of the Terriermon from Bt8. And you can also make this free to evolve into with Willis, which is kind of nice. So, I do like the Gargomons for inheritable effect as well, getting extra DP on your cards like Clymon and Chimera. But I don't think I'd play more than 1 because the other level 4s in the list are just more important. This is mainly in here to give your searchers more consistency. I have 3 copies of Vegemon because Vegemon continues to just be amazing. It's cheap to play, so Jawgrass plays are nice with it. I'm not playing Roachmon, like some people are. I do like Vegemon more just because you can evolve this for 1 over any of your rookies that you have in play and just get the cycle and have a 6,000 beater that can swing into security relatively safely. So I just really like Vegemon for an aggressive style of deck. It's just got great stats. We got 2 copies of Arbormon. Swinging on top of Tamers is something that any aggressive deck wants to be able to do. And so I'm just playing the 2 Arbormon to be able to do that. And then closing out the level 4 count, I got 2 copies of Exermon. So this card is essential. I see a lot of green rush lists not playing this, and I don't understand why. A lot of green control lists are definitely playing this. I know Max Tapera, this is like one of his favorite cards coming out of Bt8, and I definitely, after playing it, understand why. When you Digivolve, you get to suspend one of your Digimon and suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. That's just really cool. It triggers Clymon, so you can evolve Clymon on top of Exermon and Rapidmon and get that cool combo going. And it can, just stun a big blocker. If you're playing against X-Antibody, they have the 14,000 Uryu that has all these blocker effects. You just tap that thing down, swing in with all your bodies. Don't really care about it. Exermon's amazing. So I play 22 rookies and 13 level 4s, giving us a lot of bodies in this list. For the level 5s, I'm playing 3 copies of Clymon because this card is absurd. It also has a inheritable effect that says when this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your unsuspend phase, you get to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So this works really, really nice with Nidhogg. It works really nice with Mega Gargo. And it works really cool with Rapidmon because you can just evolve something and then DP reduce it and then swing over with Climb. So this card is just absolutely essential. The Wind Digivolving effect is the main reason you're playing this card because it lets you bounce just big things with Rapidmon's DP minus effects as well. So, yeah, I don't have much more praise I can give this card. This card is just absolutely amazing, and I cannot believe this was only a rare. This card is just bonkers. And then the last level 5 in the list, I'm playing 2 copies of Chimeramon. Chimeramon is really, really cool in this list. I've seen other lists like this floating around. There's a couple people that have taken like first at their locals over in Europe with a similar style list. And I'll link a couple of those in below. But a couple of those were playing 4 Chimeramon. I think both deck profiles I see were playing 4 Chimeramon, and they weren't playing any Climbmon. And I feel like Climbmon is so good, and they just kind of overlooked that card. But Chimeramon, I definitely understand. It's easy to get level 4s out pretty quickly and Jawgrass into this, and give yourself 3 colors by putting a Rapidmon from your trash under it, and then board wiping their small dudes. You can also evolve into Rapidmon, and then give a bunch of things -3, and then play get another level 4 out into play by either evolving an Arbor on your Tamer, or paying 1 and evolving something into a Veggie, and then Jawgrassing them into Chimera, and then the thing that you just gave -5,000 now gets another -3,000, and at that point, you should be able to swing over it with Chimera relatively easily, and you've suspended it off of Rapidmon, so you don't really have to worry about that. So this deck can remove anybody in the game, any single Digimon that it wants in the game, as well as most board states. So this deck is just great at rushing your opponent down. It's great at breaking boards. And, yeah, no, I can't believe that this deck is as good as it is after I've been testing it. Shout-outs to the people in Europe that inspired the original idea for this deck for just playing a Rookie Rush-style Rapidmon list. But then I started reading cards in the set and realized that Climbmon was broken. And, here we are. So, closing out the list, we got the level 6s, the Tamers, and the options. The only 2 level 6s that I'm playing in the list are a single copy of Nidhogg and a single copy of Mega Gargomon. So Nidhogg is super cool because you can just board wipe your opponent after suspending everything. Like, you can give a bunch of things -5,000 and get them into the 5,000 threshold with Nidhogg. Or you can just suspend something big, give a bunch of other things -5,000, then Nidhogg them. Plus, if you go into a Chimeramon, then you've ensured that you have more than 4 sources that you can Digiburst away. Because Chimeramon will be putting, at minimum, 2 level 4 stacks under this card. So, yeah, no, Nidhogg is really, really easy to trigger in this deck and can often just break games. So, I absolutely love it. And in testing, like, Mega Gargomon was mostly just in here for the meme, because Willising out Mega Gargomon cheaper just sounded really, really funny. But actually, upon testing, it's kind of good. Like, you can keep something suspended indefinitely with, like, Mega Gargomon and Samadhi, the new option card that we get. So, like, yeah, no, Mega Gargomon is absolutely absurd. Plus, if you have Climbmon under it, then anytime you can suspend something down with Mega Gargomon's effect, right? It doesn't unsuspend during their next turn. And you swing with Mega Gargomon for 2 security, because they have something suspended. Their next turn comes around, their Digimon doesn't unsuspend. Your turn comes around. You suspend this Digimon. And then you get to suspend something else with Climbmon. And then you get to swing again for 2 security. And chances are, at that point, you're just winning the game. So, the Mega Gargomon is nice. It is the most cuttable card in the list if you're looking for something else to add, in all honesty. but there are games that you will win by having, like, 2 Willises out and then just evolving into Mega Gargomon out of nowhere for, like, 2 memory, suspending something, and then swinging for 2 security checks. So, it's kind of nice. Going into the options, I have 2 copies of Samadhi as the only option that I'm playing. And this card is just absurd. You get to suspend one of your Digimon to suspend one of your opponent's Tamers or Digimon, and it doesn't unsuspend during their next unsuspend phase. And I don't know why it doesn't unsuspend during their next unsuspend phase, but that's broken. You can just, if your opponent tries to match your aggression, you can just punish them. If security effect suspends one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers as well, which is just absurd. And as a 1-cost card, I really, really like it. So, I don't think I'd play any less than 2. Going into the Tamers, I got 4 copies of Mimi and 3 copies of Willis. So, this is super important for making sure that you have all of the rookies that you need to rush your opponent down. So, going into the set, I read Willis, and I was like, man, this card isn't good. It just hatches another egg, reduces the cost to go into Rapidmon or Gargomon by 1. That's not enough. But being able to evolve into Rapidmon for 2 is really cool. Plus, if you're set to 3 memory off of your Mimi, and you have a level 5 in play, your Chimeramon will be a green Digimon, so both Climbmon and Chimeramon will trigger this, as well as your level 6s. You can promote said body from your raising area, have the Mimi in play, you're going to 3 memory, you play the Willis for your 3 memory, you hatch another egg, you evolve that egg into a rookie, you suspend the Mimi, and then you promote the rookie, and now you have extra bodies to swing with. So Willis plus Mimi just provides you a bunch of aggression. Being able to, cheat in extra bodies out of nowhere is always good, and, a deck like this does need a memory setter, just so you can ensure that you are playing at least 2 rookies a turn, as well as, have access to all of the other plays that you need to, be able to evolve into Rapidmon and keep it your turn, things of that sort. So, that's all I have to say for this deck. It's a lot of fun. I will continue to test it, because I think this is, unironically, one of the strongest decks I've built this format, and I absolutely mean that. This deck is not a meme. You should fear it, and the bunnies will get you while you're sleeping. So, I hope you guys like this kind of content, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone.